Now we've got our singers at the front to move independently because we've coded them as 4 separate objects. We're going to look how we can program a group of objects. And over here we've got the audience, and at the moment they're all individual objects. And the first thing we're going to do is group them. Now, grouping has some advantages. It also has a couple of disadvantages that we're going to explore. So first of all, I've held down Shift, dragged over the group, double click, and group. Now the first thing you'll notice is when you click on them, there's no movement option, and that's one disadvantage. So remember, if you want movement, you're going to have to do things individually. Now let's turn it on here in Blockly, and let's rename it as our audience. Let's go over to the block so we can program it. Now this is starting to look a little bit cluttered. If that's the case, if I click on plus, Blockly, I can start with a new page, and these scripts will run concurrently. They'll run at the same time. And as we did last time, let's zoom in a bit. Let's have them moving back and forth. Put that in a loop. And if I go into items, get, there's a group block. So I can program a whole group. Let's see what that looks like. So far, so good. Now, the other disadvantage of programming things as groups is when you come to rotate them. Now, when you rotate, for example, as we did before, then it will rotate from the center point, which will look very, very strange. So I can move them forwards again. So it's exactly as we did last time. But look what happens. There's also another option that you can rotate groups around an X, Y, or Z axis here. Give that a go and see what happens. But I think for groups, it's probably best to, unless they're certain groups, for example, I don't know, fish, then it's best to just have them moving back and forth.